we'll take the proceedings further. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, friends from the media, for this press briefing on the ongoing 10th Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit being held here from 10th to the 12th of January. As the Honorable Chief Minister of the state mentioned in his opening remarks earlier today, this is the first Vibrant Gujarat Summit in the Amrit Kal period. And as you are well aware, and the presence of many heads of the states and governments earlier today, presence of many ministers, of large number of partner countries at this 10th Vibrant Gujarat Summit is clearly indicative that under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, Vibrant Gujarat has become synonymous with India's economic resurgence and its emergence as a global economic player. We have had an impressive participation of political and business leaders from across the world at the 10th Vibrant Gujarat Summit. The President of the United Arab Emirates, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, was the chief guest at this 10th Vibrant Gujarat edition. He was accorded a very warm welcome, as all of you would have seen, and a special roadshow welcome was organized in his honor at Ahmedabad yesterday. In addition, we have also had currently the President of Timor-Leste, His Excellency Dr. Jose Ramos Horta, the President of Mozambique, His Excellency Filipe Jacinto Nyusi, and the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic, also gracing 10th Vibrant Gujarat Summit. Just to flag it, this is the first ever high-level visit at the HOG level from Timor-Leste to India. Therefore, the visit of President Horta is of special importance to all of us, in particular his participation at the Vibrant Gujarat Summit. The four world leaders joined Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, as you all saw, for the summit inauguration this morning. Each of the leaders also held bilateral meetings with the Prime Minister, and in these discussions, the issues of bilateral and regional importance figured in their conversation. Insofar as the UAE is concerned, after the bilateral meeting between the President of the United Arab Emirates and our Prime Minister, 4 memorandum of understandings were exchanged in the presence of the two leaders yesterday evening. These are: one, MOU on investment cooperation in the healthcare sector, investment cooperation in the renewable energy sector, investment cooperation in the food park development, and an MOU on the logistics cooperation between the DP World of the UAE and the government of Gujarat, essentially aimed at further enhancing bilateral cooperation between India and the UAE in these sectors. Besides the heads of the state and government that I mentioned, we also have the Deputy Prime Minister of Vietnam, the ministers from 18 countries as our distinguished guests at this summit. We have been told that 34 countries have joined this edition of Vibrant Gujarat as partner countries, and this is the highest number of partner country organizations that we have had in any Vibrant Gujarat Summit. Besides them, 16 entities have joined as partner organizations, truly making, as has been the tradition of previous Vibrant Gujarat Summits also, a global conclave of significant economic and commercial significance. Yesterday, as again you would have all seen, presidents of Mozambique and Timor-Leste joined the Honorable Prime Minister at the inaugural Vibrant Gujarat Trade Show. The leaders jointly released a commemorative coin and a postage stamp marking the 10th edition of Vibrant Gujarat. At the trade show, visiting heads of state and business delegates witnessed an array of Digital India initiative and emerging technologies as they form a significant component of rapidly growing Indian economy. The world-class products manufactured in Gujarat and other parts of India under the Make in India initiative displayed in the exhibition gave all participants and the ones who came to visit it a sense of ecosystem of India's growing manufacturing and the supply chain network capabilities. The world leaders would also be visiting the Sabarmati Ashram later this evening as part of their engagements during their stay in Gujarat. The Global FinTech Leadership Forum at Gift City is to start in a short while from now. Prime Minister would be speaking at that event, and the roundtable discussions with the CEOs of top global and domestic companies would focus on the opportunities presented by the Indian fintech sector and how Indian leadership in this domain would be leveraged by the different stakeholders across the full range of economic development areas. President of Mozambique will also be attending a separate business event in Ahmedabad. Mozambique, as you all know, has a sizable diaspora of Gujarati descent, and the interaction would give a boost to people-to-people ties, which forms a very significant anchor of India-Mozambique relationship. The Prime Minister of the Czech Republic is accompanied by a delegation comprising of scientists and researchers. Obviously, as was clear in the discussions between Prime Minister of the Czech Republic and the Indian Prime Minister, one of the key focus areas of bilateral cooperation has been the areas of science, research, innovation, engineering-based manufacturing capabilities across the entire range of economic cooperation. Naturally, this leads to a shared desire of both the leaders to forge knowledge partnership, including between the universities of the two countries. The Czech Prime Minister will be visiting Jaipur as part of his visit, where also the cooperation in the health sector would be one of the areas of focus. On this occasion of the visit of the Czech Prime Minister, a joint statement on strategic partnership, again focusing on innovation and the sectors of economy that prioritize innovation, science and research, has also been issued. Apart from the political leaders, as you all heard this morning, the summit has seen an impressive participation from the CEOs of global major companies. Honorable Prime Minister himself met with several of them, including with the CEOs of Micron Technology, DP World, Suzuki Motors, Mayset Group, Deakin University of Australia. These were all yesterday. Earlier today, Prime Minister also met with the Emerson Group CEO to look at the possibilities of greater investment and commercial partnerships between the state of Gujarat, India, and these companies. A large number of MOUs of investment cooperation have been signed during the ongoing Vibrant Gujarat Summit. The summit, as we can all appreciate, has provided a unique opportunities for the global stakeholders to be a partner in the Indian growth story, and also showcase the immense promise that the rapidly growing Indian economy holds for stronger, wider, deeper economic and commercial partnerships between India and the enterprises and the countries across the world. I will stop here, and if there are questions, we'll take. If there are questions that you have relating specifics of the Vibrant Gujarat Summits and outcomes, we have Dr. Rahul Gupta here also with us, MD of the GITC, to take those questions. I'm told later this evening there would be a separate briefing also exclusively focused on the proceedings of Vibrant Gujarat, where you would have further opportunity to present your specific questions. I will stop here, and if there are questions, we'll try and answer.
We'll now open the floor for questions. Please identify yourself and your organization before you put your question. Also, please focus or restrict your questions only to Vibrant Gujarat engagements.
Sir, I do have a question. I'm Ketan Acharya from Divya Bharati. I have a set of two questions. First is, Mr. MBZ left the event, the inaugural session, half the way. I would like to know the reason. The second question is about the Maldives controversy, the latest controversy. Mr. Prime Minister, newly elected Prime Minister, has having a pro-China alignment. So after this controversy, what is the diplomatic fallout or the diplomatic concern of India? And I would also like to know about the statement of India to revoke the armies from the island country. So what was the India's reaction on that issue also?
So let me make it very clear. Please restrict your questions to Vibrant Gujarat engagements. If there are other questions, then I, of course, would be more than happy to address them when I deal with them in our weekly presser in Delhi. So with that, we have a question from you regarding UAE presidents. We now go to here. We go to Meghna.
So Meghna Dev from DD News. So I have a question on the Prime Minister's engagements that have happened over yesterday and today. Was the situation in the Red Sea discussed, and was sea piracy also discussed in terms of, did it come up in the talks?
Please focus your questions on Vibrant Gujarat engagements. Okay. So we have a question there. Please.
I'm Aparna. I'm from All India Radio News. I just wanted to know about the recent MOUs that were signed yesterday between India and UAE. Can you please elaborate on that?
Okay. Any more question here, please?
Sir, what is the status of Russia as a partner country? Are they still on board, or have they not come on board? Could you clarify on this?
Any more questions? We have a question there.
Just to continue, Xenia RT, just to continue on Russia. Russia is one of the biggest investment partners of Gujarat, actually. So if Mr. Gupta also could elaborate on that and confirm maybe and brief us on probably the size, give a rough figure on investment, because we know that the Nayara deal was one of the biggest FDIs in India. So if you could brief us on, on Russia's investment in Gujarat particularly.
We have a question there. Yes, please.
सर, मेरा नाम हिरेन राजगुरु है, मैं एबीपी न्यूज़ नेटवर्क से हूँ। सर, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि आपने बताया यूएई और भारत के बीच में एमओयू हुए, कितनी रकम के ये एमओयू हुए हैं? क्या इसमें गुजरात के अंदर निवेश आएगा या भारत के अन्य राज्यों में निवेश आएगा?
Okay.
So Meghna Dev from DD News. I have an additional question. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a bilateral with the Mozambique president. Was oil and gas, in short, the energy sector discussed between them?
So we can pick. You have a question there?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm Ritu from the editor of Entrepreneur magazine. What I would like to know is that I understand that a lot of MOUs regarding green energy have been taken up during the Vibrant Gujarat proceedings. When do we see these manifesting? I mean, you know, how soon can we see these investments on the ground and we see them up and running?
Any more question? Otherwise, we'll go into answering that. You have a question?
Sir, Sulbi Pandey, Financial Express Digital. My question is, if there is any estimate on total investment pegged from Vibrant Gujarat? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So please say.
Thank you very much. Let me first very quickly correct the numbers which I gave you on the number of partner countries which have the highest ever number of partner companies for the partner countries for the Vibrant Gujarat. I gave the number of 34. I've been corrected and like to inform that actual number is 35. So it's 1 plus, so 35 partner countries. And if I could just segue from there into the question relating to whether Russia is a partner country or not. My understanding is that Russia is one of the 35 partner countries for the Vibrant Gujarat. So if there is any doubt relating to that, then that stands addressed. One generic point which I would like to flag across all the questions which pertain to the proceedings of the Vibrant Gujarat and the investment cooperation proposals, whether bilateral in nature or with domain specific across the board investment proposal, is that the questions relating to the total investment, for example, which the Financial Express, I think you asked this question. I think that is something for I would leave for Dr. Rahul Gupta to respond to. But all I can say is that it is our understanding that large number of memorandum of understanding on cooperation across the various sectors have been signed during the Vibrant Gujarat, and we expect many more to be signed as the proceedings go on. With regard to the details which our colleague from Doordarshan sought with regard to MOUs on cooperation with the UAE, and I think this question was also asked. हिरेन राज गुरुंग जी ने भी शायद यही प्रश्न की तरफ आपका संकेत था कि जो गुजरात के जो MOU साइन हुए हैं उनका जो उसमें जो अवसर उत्पन्न होंगे वो केवल गुजरात तक सीमित होंगे अथवा पूरे भारत में जो है उस लाभान्वित पूरा देश उनसे लाभान्वित होगा. Let me go to Meghna's specific question. So the 4 MOUs which were signed with the UAE, one relates to the investment cooperation in the innovative healthcare projects. The very title of this particular MOU will clearly signify to you that the investment cooperation in this field will expand to include all areas of health sector engagement, including in particular focusing on the innovation element of it. Investment cooperation in the renewable energy sector is again a wide-ranging MOU which covers renewable, including the green hydrogen, including the solar. Also, there is an inherent thought of a possible grid connectivity between India and UAE in that space. Food park development, it is a project which first got discussed under the I2U2 project, I2U2 framework, which is India, Israel, US and UAE. I2U2 is that framework, and that this proposal was first discussed. We are very happy that the project has made very fast and considerable progress since its conceptualization in the I2U2 framework, and the investment cooperation in the food park development, which was signed and exchanged yesterday, will now set the basis for this to be taken forward purely on commercial basis between the entities that would sign this particular agreement. And the last of the MOU, which is the agreement on logistics cooperation between the DP World and the government of Gujarat, I think that is something on which I would request Dr. Gupta to speak more. But what I would like to underline is that logistics as a domain of partnership between India and other countries, and in this case DP World, is a very, very crucial element of expanding the externalities of foreign trade, bringing administrative efficiencies into foreign trade, building resilient supply chain networks both within the India and supply chain links between India and the rest of the economies. MOUs of this nature, irrespective of where they are signed and delivered, इनके जो लाभ का दायरा होता है वो हमेशा पूरे देश को होता है. नेचुरली गुजरात स्टेट को तो होगा ही होगा, लेकिन पूरे देश इससे लाभान्वित होता है. ये आर्थिक सहयोग और सहकार्य के एग्रीमेंट्स हैं, और इनका जो लाभ है, इनका जो एक्टिविटी का जो दायरा है, वो काफ़ी विशाल होता है. इसको एक स्टेट स्पेसिफिक नज़रिए से नहीं देखा जाना चाहिए. There was one question which I must answer, which was asked, which was about the presence of the UAE president at the Vibrant Gujarat Summit. Look, I mentioned in my opening remarks the kind of grand welcome that the President of the UAE, His Highness, was accorded yesterday. You all saw. He was the chief guest at the event. Honorable Prime Minister and him held extensive, detailed discussions on all areas of bilateral cooperation yesterday, whereafter the 4 MOUs that I highlighted were exchanged. And Honorable President spoke very warmly earlier today at the inaugural of the Vibrant Gujarat event. I think if you want to see one of the landmark transformations in a relationship between India and other country, India UAE is the prime example. I would appreciate and request that the frame of reference that you should look at of participation of any country in Vibrant Gujarat Summit is that of partnership, progressive partnership, engagement that benefits the relationship and the societies and the economies of the two countries. And I think we are extremely proud and privileged to have a UAE president as the chief guest of the Vibrant Gujarat event, and which, as I said, has been a very successful participation. Rahul, you want to respond to a couple of questions?
Why today?
I don't think it would be correct for anyone to comment on the schedules of participations of the leaders. I have mentioned to you the substantive framework of the participation of the UAE President in the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, and I think that should suffice.
So there were 2 questions which were pertaining to the state of Gujarat. One was asked regarding the total investments that we expect in the run-up to the Vibrant Gujarat and during the summit, of course. So I would like to mention that we as the state of Gujarat, we have been focusing upon the quality of MOUs rather than the numbers. And this edition of Vibrant Gujarat, we have been focusing on investments in the emerging sectors. In the sectors of semiconductor, electric mobility, space-related manufacturing, the entire green hydrogen ecosystem, renewable energy. So these are some of the emerging sectors that the state government has been focusing upon for attracting investments. But I can assure you that whatever number of MOUs that we have been signing in each of the past editions, this year's edition will be the highest ever. There was another specific question pertaining to when will these green hydrogen projects fructify. So you would appreciate that the state government has been attaching a lot of importance to green hydrogen and the entire ecosystem surrounding green hydrogen. The green hydrogen has been identified as a thrust sector in the industrial policy. There is a specific land allotment policy which has been brought out by the state government. The Chief Minister in the inaugural session, he mentioned that of the total investments that are coming to Gujarat, at least 1/3 of them are green investments. So we expect that these investments in green hydrogen, they will fructify in the next 5 to 7 years down the line. Thank you.
Just one minute, if we could just, I just realized that question that our colleague from Enterprise had asked about the green hydrogen particular project and the lag that is inherent in the signing of the investment projects and by the time. Look, it would be fair to comment on a specific project and the timeline that a project takes from the signing to fruition, but it is in the very inherent nature of the green hydrogen projects that there is a certain gestation period involved in that. There is a strong technology component of green hydrogen. That technology has to get integrated into the production ecosystems and then fits into the larger ecosystem in which the green hydrogen production, its trade, its usage, both in downstream industries as also in the horizontal industry takes place. The indicative timeline that Dr. Rahul Gupta has indicated is generally there, but as I said, it's in the very nature of these green hydrogen projects. Having said that, I think one frame of reference in which to look at green hydrogen would be the intensity of the commitment of the government to focus on all energy sources and products that essentially make your economic growth green. And I think green hydrogen, our green hydrogen mission, our commitment for production ecosystem of green hydrogen, the catalytic converters which go into the green hydrogen ecosystem, all of that put together forms very much a part of it. So yes, it has a certain timeline, as it has everywhere else in the world. It is not something which is unique or uniquely restricted to India, but a strong commitment, drive and purpose to ensure that the green hydrogen mission reaches the accomplishment that the government is targeting it for. Thank you.
अगर आप बता सके सर कि
एक मिनट प्लीज।
देखिए गुरु जी, जैसा अभी डॉक्टर गुप्ता ने संकेत किया कि इन एमओयू में सहकार और सहयोग की संरचना का स्वरूप है। इन एमओयूज में क्या क्वांटम है, क्या है, वो जब निवेश की प्रक्रिया आगे बढ़ेगी उसके अनुरूप जो है धरती पर उतरता है। जो ये एमओयू साइन हुआ है, ये एक सहयोग सहकार्य के संरचनात्मक एमओयू है, तो आप उसको उस नाते नजर से देखें।
I would like to ask you a question. Excuse me. Let me give you the floor and then you can ask your question. Please.
I would like to ask you a question. In the last editions of Vibrant Gujarat Summit, we always see the special focus of the government over defense manufacturing. Since you are saying that this time the focus has been shifted to the new emerging sectors, so I would not like to imply that the sector has been losing steam. But what exactly Gujarat government's planning and the other strategies so far the defense manufacturing sector is concerned? I have seen there is a seminar, there are exhibits over there, the trade show. But what exactly the future line in this sector?
Defense manufacturing. Defense-related manufacturing, it continues to be the focus area for the government of Gujarat. You very rightly mentioned that there has been seminars which have been designed around the theme of aircraft and MRO aircraft-related manufacturing and MRO operations. You would appreciate that Dholera has also been pitched as one of the major areas for attracting defense-related manufacturing. Mr. N. Chandrasekharan from Tata in his inaugural speech also this morning mentioned that they have plans of setting up their operations very shortly in Dholera. So defense-related, drone-related manufacturing, they continue to remain the focus area of the state government.
So we'll take last two questions, one from Sahil here, ANI, and from our lady friend here. And after which we are going to close this engagement.
Good afternoon, I'm Sahil from ANI. My question is related to Tesla. There was a statement made by the Gujarat State Minister confirming the chances of Tesla coming to Gujarat. Any headway in that regard?
I think the total investment question has already been answered by Dr. Gupta right in the beginning, that precise amounts are differently positioned in the overall context. With regard to the question on Mozambique, if you noticed, I did mention in my remarks, and this is actually what also transpired, that in discussions with the UAE President, with the Mozambique President, with Timor-Leste, and with the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic, the main focus area of discussions were, one, segments of bilateral engagement that the leadership could give further impetus to, and the developments in the region. So developments in the region will cover the developments in the Indian Ocean region, Arabian Sea, and the Indo-Pacific. With regard to Tesla, I would of course leave Dr. Gupta to respond to it, but you would all recall that when the Honorable Prime Minister had visited the US in mid-June last year, there were many elements of bilateral economic and commercial investment-driven opportunities that were discussed between the Prime Minister and the leaders. And the Tesla leadership was among them, which held extensive meetings with a clear focus of how exactly can Tesla partner more strongly in the field of investment and manufacturing partnership with India, so that strengthens that part of segment of automobile manufacturing in India. But on the specifics, I would request Dr. Gupta.
So you would appreciate that it is the prerogative of any particular company where to invest, what to invest. So as far as Tesla is concerned, the government of Gujarat would be more than happy to facilitate them in case if they decide to come to Gujarat. But I can certainly say that given the industrial landscape of Gujarat in the EV sector, given our robust infrastructure, the well-developed ecosystem, the policies, Gujarat continues to be the most preferred investment destination and the obvious choice for players in the EV sector.
With that, we come to the closure of this press engagement. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your participation.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
So this was